So about 2 weeks back, I was able to limit out on whitetail deer in Tennessee. I was able to get my second whitetail, a pretty nice 12 point. And what that's opened up is something I've wanted to do now for a while. I wanted to kind of walk some of my properties and see if I could find like lots of deer signs, scrapes, rubs, heavy trafficked areas with lots of poop and stuff on the ground. I just kind of wanted to find some more areas where maybe it'd be better to set up next year. So we're at one of my properties today, probably what I would call property 1C. It's like the third property that I'd usually hunt, but still a pretty good one. And we're gonna go around. We got a lot of woods we can look through, like a lot. We're gonna go around and see if we can find any scrapes, any maybe sheds from last year that I didn't find, or any like cool rock formations. I don't know, we're gonna look for just any kind of cool stuff that we can find. Should be a good time. I also have OnX on my phone, which is what I'm recording on, but I'll use that to kind of make sure we're on the property and got relatively exact property lines. I've also in the bag down there got my GoPro, so we'll strap that on so you guys can see what I'm finding in real time. And yeah, without further ado, I guess let's get after it. Well, I'd say what I just found is about as good proof as you're gonna get that there definitely at least are deer in the area. So obviously you got all these leaves here, and then if you look right there in the center, you can see a whole bunch of them patted down. Not only that, if you get a little closer, you can see there's some old poop here, so definitely a deer bed.
A few moments later.
Not sure if y'all can tell, but there's a huge bare spot in the ground, or at least there was. Obviously the rut's kind of cooled down, so some of this stuff might be a little old, but right above it is a branch that is like broken. So I don't know, it could just be nothing, but put two and two together. We're on a deer trail right now. There's a big bare spot on the ground, and there's a limb hanging down. Also, if you just turn around, there's some deer poop right here. So I'd put two and two together and say at some point, now this stuff looks pretty old, but at some point there might have been a decent buck roll through here. I'm down in this creek bottom here right now, as you can obviously tell. And I think this is actually probably the coolest place on this entire property. For one reason, we've got these big rock type structures, and I'm not sure if they're man-made or they just formed this way. I'm really not sure, but I don't know, there's something about them that's just super cool. If I get up close to them and show you, there's actually like space back there. It's not just all covered in rock. It's like almost a little natural cave where I don't know if it was man-made or what, but it's definitely pretty cool. And they're all around this creek bottom as we get further up. There's tons of them scattered all around, so it's pretty cool. I'm telling you, from far away, that would get you. That looks just like a deer antler. Glad I seen that when I was already right up close to it. Check that out. Still had some Pepsi in it. Super Bowl 50 Pepsi can. That's from when the Broncos beat the Panthers, if I'm not mistaken. Cool can. I guess I should put that in my bag and throw it away. It's kind of yucky though. Yeah, whatever. There we go. That's what I've been looking for this whole time. Nice. I'm just joking around. This is a shed that I found last time, but I didn't decide to take it with me because it's pretty eat up and nasty, so I just kind of left it here on this trail. But cool to see it's still here. It's about the same condition it was last time too. I'd almost have expected it to be more ate up by squirrels, but not really. What we've got here is let me see if I can get it right there. That's called some serious deer sign. There was clearly a good dominant buck in this area at some point. This stuff's pretty old, but at some point there was a good buck in here. This is actually the same property that I killed my big 10 from earlier this year, so who knows, that could be a little bit of his sign. Definitely gonna have to be a spot that I consider hunting next year, because I mean there's sign everywhere. Definitely been bucks in this area. Most of it's pretty old, but that actually, it kind of looks relatively new. And the only reason I'm saying that, the dirt is a little gray, which makes me think it's been hitting the air for a while, but it's also cleaned out, which means, I don't know, maybe a buck hit it and then came and hit it again, so that could be why it's all cleaned out. I'm not sure, but relatively new sign, the newest sign that I've seen so far. Also, there's one of my arrows from when I was target practicing this year, so it's cool to find that. Not really sure if I should shoot this out of my bow, but it's pretty cool to find that. Another pretty good sized scrape. This is probably only 30 yards away from the last sign that I seen, so definitely some deer in the area. Well, I'm not sure how good it picks up on camera, but this is a pretty significant piece of sign. Obviously not done by a small deer because look at the circumference of the tree. That was obviously a decent buck, but it is probably about a month or two old, so who knows? A deer that definitely could still be running this area, but I've got my cell cams out and I haven't seen anything that big in a while, so this definitely could be an older piece of sign that's just not being used anymore. But at one point, there was probably a pretty good sized buck right here. Well, admittedly, we did not find that much cool stuff today. We found a couple decent things, but nothing to write home about, I don't think. Definitely some good sign for next year. But yeah, nothing that crazy. I appreciate you guys tuning in, though. If you did enjoy, don't forget to like and subscribe, do all that stuff. It helps the algorithm. Maybe if this video does good, we do another video just like it at one of my other properties. But you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm out. Peace.